You are listening to Win on KZKO. Check them out every Monday from 4 to 5 p.m. Mountain Time. Only on KZKO The Vibe.
Ladies and gentlemen, prepare yourself for the Win Show on KZKO. Take part with the cast by sending your suggestions for each segment throughout the week or during the show by hitting them up on Facebook at World Improv Network, Twitter at World Improv Net, or the Win KZKO blog. Now, enjoy the show. It's local. It's global. You are listening to Win World Local News.
Win World Local News with Potter Smittss. Our top story today is brought to us by Win Facebook contributor Angel from Buenos Aires, Argentina. With Germany's victory over Argentina yesterday in the 2014 FIFA World Cup, Argentine-born Pope Francis would like to give his popeship back to retired German-born Pope Benedict XVI. To reach the divine stature of the story, let's go live to the Vatican and Win-Win reporter Leonardo, who is blessed by speaking with both Pope Francis and former Pope Benedict. Leonardo?
Yes, buongiorno, and it's an honor, really, to be in the presence of Your Holiness. Pope Francis, this is very upsetting for you, I know, and for many people across the world.
Argentina is in mourning today.
But is it so serious that you will really give up your seat as Pope?
I feel that it is a time for me to be at home, to comfort my people, to put my love where it is most needed, which is not here in the Vatican. It's with the poor, it's with all the citizens of Argentina, and just to be out there and join together, our hands on each other's shoulders, holding each other up.
But to give up, not only to give up your seat as Pope, but to return it to Mr. Pope Benedict. You are coming out of retirement, so to speak, to reclaim the popeship?
It is quite difficult to understand why such a divine person is the Pope Francis would like to give his divine guidance and his divine responsibility back to me after I retired and passed it down to him. But I understand that the world's game is sometimes a little bit more important than, well, Our Highness himself.
I ask you, what God would do such thing as to bring you so close to the glory, and then pull it away?
I understand it was late in extra time, and a very young, talented German player by the name of Mario Götze scores the goal.
Do not speak his name, please.
I'm sorry.
It has been said that perhaps, yes, Germany has the better football team, but Argentina has provided the better Pope. This is only what the people say. Your response is
it's very kind to hear, but when it comes to what makes people happy, I mean, a World Cup victory only once every 4 years, that can give a nation an incredible pride and bounce, whereas just having a Pope, a wonderful Pope,
why do you
that's not going to help as many people.
Why do you marginalize yourself? You just Pope.
Well,
it is not just Pope.
I'm
it's
just
a big deal.
A mouthpiece. I can work no miracles.
Well, Mr. Leonardo, it was 24 years since Germany won the last World Cup. Matter of fact, it was in Italy where we are here today. And I was not the Pope at the time, so you can understand how long it takes to transcend greatness to win a World Cup. And both of us have been popes, not for the long time that it took for Germany to reclaim its title. So I can understand his pain, and I am very honored to take the gift. However, I gave it to him originally. I don't know if it is suiting for me to take it back.
So, can we get a final word? Who, at the end of the week, will it be Pope?
Pope Benedict.
Well, I guess I cannot refuse that if he keeps being
Well, you
insistent.
did refuse the Pope ship once.
I did, and but however, the Lord has told me that maybe it's time for me to step back in those red shoes and put them back on and do my popeship as best I can. Maybe until Germany wins the World Cup again. I mean, that 14-pound statue of gold is quite impressive. And matter of fact, maybe I can have it sit here in the Vatican again for a week or so.
Well, there you have it, Potter Smittss. The world of football is now entering and affecting greatly the world of religion.
Well, thank you, Leonardo. And now to a much, much more serious global matter, brought to us by Win correspondent Matt Schultz of Denver, Colorado. It appears that there is yuppie free-range chicken outbreak in the Stapleton neighborhood of Denver, as more and more yuppies are deciding to raise urban chickens. To pick the story to death, let's go live to Win reporter Rooster Rivers, who is in Denver with Stapleton Home Development Director Christopher Richard. Rooster?
Thanks, Potter. Now, Mr. Richard, this development is being just absolutely overrun, and I can see you have deployed teams of. There we go. That's one of them now.
It's one of my favorite sounds.
Yes, and you have taught a posse of chicken wranglers how to speak chicken, and you're using them to round up the stampeding herds of chickens.
That's right. As more and more people find it in their interest to raise their own chickens, it's important to have the skill sets in order to manage those chickens as best as possible.
And you believe in just direct communication, really opening up a dialogue with the chickens.
Oh yeah, no, I think it's time we get past the older techniques. I mean, agriculture hasn't really changed since its inception 10,000 years ago. So I think the next step is to utilize that which sets man apart from all other creatures, which is the gift of language. We have a very flexible language, and we can be very creative with that language. And I think we can adapt the chicken lingo. And well, let me just
well, here
let me
I've
demonstrate.
actually arranged a meeting here. This is Generalissimo Feather. He is the leader of the free-range chickens. Now,
that's right.
Now, Generalissimo, we're here with Mr. Richard, and I guess maybe you should say that to him, because I don't. He probably doesn't understand English.
Allow me to introduce myself.
He's raising up and spreading his wings in an aggressive manner. That's right. It looks like you're angering him.
That's right. I must have overstepped my bounds and spoken with too much heft, and he now feels threatened. So I'm now going to try and communicate that I mean no harm, that I respect his seniority in this situation, and that this is indeed his domain, and I am just a visitor.
Okay, Potter, just so you know, the atmosphere here is very tense, and we may get cut off suddenly, but you will be aware if everything's okay. Please. Oh no, he's charging, Mr. Richard. No. Mr. Richard, be careful. Potter, this situation is escalated very quickly. I'm throwing it back to you.
My eyes, I can't see. Oh, he's turning out my town.
Oh my goodness, wow, it looks awful out there, Rooster. Well, I guess we can probably take a break here from that sad, somber ending to that last story, and let's go check in with Fired Up Frank at the World Sports Desk. How did things end up for you down there in Rio de Janeiro at the World Cup?
Oh, they were wonderful! I got waxed and I have no more body hair. I painted myself up like a soccer ball and people are kicking me around the beach. It's wonderful.
Fantastic, Fire Up. That's great. It sounds like you had a great trip there in the last 30 days. Let's go over to the World Weather Desk with Daisy Rainmaker.
Hi there. Yes, today I decided to go to Egypt and see the Sphinx. And it's not as big as I thought, but it's not that big of a deal because it is really hot. And what I'm understanding is that the closer you are to the equator, like, the less the temperatures change, because the rotation and the axis of the Earth, they don't move as much. So the range at which, like the distance between this, these particular latitudes or longitudes, I'm not sure. I'm still learning this, but I'm having a really fun time learning more about meteorology, which is what I already do.
Well, thank you, Daisy, and thank you for tuning in to One World Local News. I'm Potter Smittss. Good day, and stay tuned for Community Court next on the World Improv Network.
Give the Windcast your suggestions via Facebook, Twitter, or the KZKO Wind blog during the commercial break of a case that needs to be heard during Community Court. Next on KZKO.